Hey guys, and welcome back. I just want to say a quick happy holidays to everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. It is the 25th of December here in Australia, therefore, it is Christmas. What better way to celebrate Christmas than checking out the shrine? Let's have a little bit of a look here. Now, this is a pretty cute shrine, I'm not going to lie. We got Devour Hope up on the top, we got Botany Knowledge, we got Borrowed Time, and Shadowborne. This is a level 35 teachable unlocked by the Hag. This is a level 35 teachable unlocked by Claudette. This is a level 40 teachable unlocked by Bill. And this is a level 40 teachable unlocked by the Wraith. Now, straight away, I'm going to quickly say DLC perk, not DLC, not DLC, not DLC. So there's one perk here, and it is actually a pretty damn good one. Now, Devour Hope. Let me explain this real quick. After you hook a survivor, once somebody else saves them and you're outside of 24 meters, you get a token. Every time that happens, you get a token. Maximum of 5 tokens. At 2 tokens, you get haste, which allows you to move 3, 4, and 5% faster for 10 seconds after hooking a survivor, allowing you to get further away, etc., etc. You're also looking at 3 tokens will give you exposure status. This means all M1 clicks will instantly down a survivor. If you were to ambush with a pig, it does not count. If you were to nurse blink, it however does count. Anything that does not use your ability, therefore Legion Ambush or Legion Feral Frenzy, will not instantly down a person, but will still give them the BT effect. So this is a really strong perk on a couple of killers, right? Every killer can make Devour Hope work. It is a totem perk, therefore it will be on a lit totem at the beginning of the game. If you're unaware, there are 5 totems and there's anywhere between 9 and 12 totem spawns, I believe. That being said, there are 5 totems every match. One of them will start glowing. If a survivor breaks a glowing totem, they get 1500 blood points. If they break a dull totem, which is a non-glowing one, they get 1000 blood points. Now the totem will start glowing. They have no indicator you have Devour Hope unless they're paying attention to the 5% movement speed, which generally people won't be looking for, but they will be looking for the 1 hit down at 3 tokens. At 5 tokens, you can now 1 hit down a survivor and instantly mori them. Therefore, it is one of the strongest perks in the game if you are fast, effective, and efficient with it. That being said, it is reliant on a perk. If the totem is destroyed, the entire perk is lost. Unless you're mid-mori animation, you can still commit to the mori, but you will not be able to use it until the next trial, depending on how many tokens you get yet again. So who would I recommend Devour Hope on? Well, first of all, I used to recommend a build I currently recommend on the Spirit, on the Clown, but now I'm leaning towards the Spirit more. So the build is Devour Hope, Haunted Ground, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Thrilling Tremor. It is all about being instant down and having the pressure of one hitting down a target. If you want to know what Haunted Ground is, when they break a lit totem, there are 2 special lit totems, they're traps. When a survivor breaks them, all survivors will go down in 1 hit. And the Spirit being able to mind game, it becomes very, very powerful on her, especially if you have 3 stacks of Devour Hope and somebody breaks your lit totem, which was Haunted Ground, then you can come find and get them. You do see people run Devour Hope with Thrill of a Hunt, so they know if somebody's going to break their totem, but then again, that is up to RNG, and you are sacrificing a bit of your build, going for a proxy camp kind of gameplay. Could make it work on a killer with no tear radius who still moves at a quick speed, therefore Ghostface could make it work. You can make it work on the Demogorgon, keep in mind it wouldn't work on the Shred. Devour Hope is an all-round very good perk, I can highly recommend it. I would strongly recommend purchasing this if you did not unlock or own the Hag DLC. That being said, works effective and efficient in a lot of scenarios. Do keep in mind though, if you're running Devour Hope and Haunted Ground, Devour Hope and Ruin, if both totems are broken, you only have 2 perks the rest of the trial, which could weigh you down and hurt you. Anyways, final verdict, great perk, highly recommend it. High skill gap, little bit of luck involved, but high reward as well, and you can destroy games. Very strong on the Hag as well. Any killer can make the perk work phenomenally. Apart from Legion, because nothing works on Legion. Kidding, you can make Legion work, but it's hard. Alright, moving on to Botany Knowledge. Botany Knowledge is a perk unlocked on Claudette, like I said, at level 35. It allows you to heal 11, 22, and 33% quicker. If you are self-caring in 32 seconds, you then take 33% away from 32, and that's how fast you'll heal, providing you don't land any grades. Landing grades obviously will enhance your recovery and healing speed. Looking over at Botany Knowledge, it also works on your allies, and it does stack with the medkit. So if you have a emergency medkit, or you have trauma medkit, you have a decent medkit, and you're running something like the surgical needle, or to give you more chance of getting a skill check, or you're running the gel dressing, the abdominal dressing, something to enhance healing speed by 25%, it does stack with the 33% from Botany. However, You cannot ever heal over 100%. I know that sounds weird, but I've been doing a little bit of research, and back in the day, you used to be able to heal at like 133% movement speed if you hook save somebody with Will Make It. You can't do that anymore. It'll always cap out at 100%. But running Botany and this decent make kit will allow you to heal yourself in 6 seconds. Yup, you heard me. If you're running Botany Knowledge with abdominal dressing, you don't even need self-care. And a gel dressing, you will heal yourself in 6 seconds. Back like in DBD in 2016 when you could heal in 6 seconds with self-care. You can get a really fast heal off, and it can really put the killer off. Do keep in mind you can do it twice per trial though, based on how fast the charges are used, but it is still a very powerful combo when you need to get that cheeky heal in. Moving on to the next perk, Borrowed Time. This is by far one of the strongest perks in Dead by Daylight. When you unhook a survivor, if the killer's heartbeat is around, it can be accounted by people who don't have a heartbeat, such as if you're asleep against Freddy Krueger, he will not, be giving a heartbeat. If you hook save your teammate, he can then down your teammate in one hit because there was no heartbeat. The hook savior must hear the heartbeat. If the guy on the hook's hearing the heartbeat, it doesn't matter, so keep that in mind. Borrowed Time can be countered by a pig crouching, can be countered by a Ghostface cloaked. Do keep in mind, when you cloak as Ghostface, the heartbeat does disappear slowly, much like the pig. So if you're doing it just as somebody's hook saving, it will not work. The Wraith as well, the heartbeat disappears when the Wraith cloaks his spell as well, and there's a little bit of desync on that too. Borrowed Time. Anyways, once you hook save a teammate, if they get hit between 15, 20, and 25 seconds, you will then be able to go to a Borrowed Time state, which means instead of going into dying state when you're hit after being unhooked, you have an extra hit point. So you can get movement speed, there will be a bar under your health. For as long as you're running, the bar will not go down. When you stand still, you have to mend yourself to stop yourself from bleeding. That will then put you into injured state. So do keep that in mind. It might be a little bit complicated for somebody who is new to Dead by Daylight to understand, but it is pretty much an extra hit point if you get hit within the 20 seconds. Do keep in mind, if you vault a window while injured with Borrowed Time effect, a killer can grab you, countering BT. Therefore, if you have DS, it'll work. If a killer lunges and hits you, it will work. But if a killer's right behind you, they'll grab you and take you away to the basement. So do keep this in mind. God tier perk, highly recommend it if you're a Survivor main. Should always be there, whether you're playing Survivor with a team of Swift or solo queue. It's just very, very good to have an option to have it. So I highly recommend unlocking it. It is a teachable unlock by Bill, who is not a DLC. If you're playing on console, you do have this already appearing in your blood web. So that's always cool. It's about time console people get something. Moving on to the next perk, Shadowborne. Shadowborne increases your field of view slightly, moderately, then considerably. It allows you to pretty much see more. All the fog is still there, but it's more clear, and you're going to be able to see people very far away. Shadowborne's normally recommended on an old school nurse. I don't run it on my nurse anymore. I kind of got out of the habit of running it. When I did start using it, though, it did help me with my nurse, but the second I took it off, then I suffered a huge fall off on how far I thought I was going to blink. It doesn't increase how far you blink or anything, or charge speed. It just looks a little bit weird. And the Huntress. Personally, I'd recommend Modern Abuse on the Huntress, but that being said, your field of view can change, can kind of put people off with throwing axes. All in all, if I had to choose between Shadowborne and Modern Abuse, I would pick Modern Abuse, especially on Michael Myers, because it does lower the heartbeat as well, keep in mind, by 8 meters, which is huge, as opposed to Shadowborne, does not do anything apart from giving you a wider field of view. All in all, not a great perk, not gonna lie. On my Huntress, I still recommend Corrupt Intervention, Thrilling Tremor, Pop, and Discordance, but, you know, if you wanted Shadowborne, I understand. It does help aiming those hatchets quite a bit. All in all, verdict on the shrine, it's not a bad shrine. It's not an overwhelmingly incredible shrine. There's no Thrilling Tremor, no Surge, no Pop, no Barbecue, no Ruin. There's no Haunted Ground. There's nothing really out of the ordinary that's God tier. Now, you do have an amazing perk. This is God tier for a Survivor, okay? The reason I'm not too stoked or ecstatic about telling you about it is because it's not a DLC perk. Everyone can get it just by leveling up Bill, and Bill will unlock Unbreakable. This is a level 35 teachable. Unbreakables at level 40, I just remembered. So if I had to buy something out of the shrine, I would pick Devour Hope. Even if I wasn't a killer main, I'd pick Devour Hope based on the fact that it's a DLC perk that is very strong. Also, that being said, Borrowed Time is really, really good. I'd be looking at buying these two. Do keep in mind, if I was a Survivor main, I would still personally buy Devour Hope, and then I'd just grind this out on Bill. Or if I had enough shards in a week, I'd buy both of them. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be all for this week's Christmas. That's going to be all for this week's Shrine. I hope you guys have a wonderful and a safe holiday. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next Shrine video. So, guys, take care, God bless, and I will see you in the fog.